What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video, and in today's video I'm going to make a little recap for the month of July for my dividend growth portfolio. First of all, let me get something out of the way. I have transferred some of my stocks, specifically Evolution AB and VG Properties, and there has to be one more, Qualcomm. I have transferred all of these into another brokerage account, and I can transfer partial shares, which is why I sold out of the remaining partial shares for all of these stocks, but it wasn't huge amounts for either of them, so not a big deal, just wanted to be transparent here. In terms of actual buys, I bought 72 euros worth of Kaspi. In case you are not familiar with the company, it's basically an e-commerce play based in Kazakhstan that more recently also moved into Turkey. And they have suspended their dividends, so currently they are not paying any dividends at all. But historically they have been a great dividend payer, huge payouts, and very, very respectable growth. And I expect them to get back to paying dividends as soon as their current acquisition is done. And I also bought 72 euros worth of Novo Nordisk, the company that can't seem to catch a break, or the stock rather. I bought after they dropped around 50% or so from their all-time highs, and even my position is now almost 30% in the red. Since I've already started with performance, let's go over it. Again, as I said, Novo Nordisk down 30% this month. Qualcomm was my second worst performer, down more than 3.5%, and American Express down just above 3%. So other than Novo Nordisk, no real big moves here, but the 30% do kind of hurt. But I mean, it opens up new buying opportunities, so double-edged sword here. I also had some huge gainers this month. Evolution AB up more than 16%, Deutsche Bank more than 15%, and VG Properties more than 4%. But since all of my gainers are much larger positions than Novo Nordisk, my portfolio was still up 4.88% this month, or 417 euros, which is pretty nice. And this is not including dividends, by the way. I also made 10.86 euros in dividends, and I increased my annual expected payouts by a little over €1. Nothing too crazy, but keep in mind that I currently didn't calculate any dividend for Kaspi because they are currently not paying any. So this is only the dividend from Novo Nordisk that increased this amount here. Since I was already talking about dividends, let's go over them real quick. I only got one payment. In fact, VG Properties paid out 10 euros and 86 cents and nothing else. So not too interesting this month. I believe next month is also going to be a little bit, not too crazy. Only American Express and MSCI, I believe. So nothing too crazy. Now going forward, I have a total of 265 euros to invest. I will likely split this up into 3 parts. I'm going to buy Qualcomm and MSCI and Novo Nordisk. This is currently the plan. I just believe, Novo Nordisk, I liked it when it wasn't down 30%. So now obviously I'm going to love it. There were some bad news as well, but I think there's a huge market overreaction, and I would be very shocked if in a year or two from now the company hasn't recovered most of those losses, or maybe not most, but significant amounts of the losses. And meanwhile, I'm getting paid dividends, so I'm fine with that. And MSCI and Qualcomm both dropped a little bit when they reported their last quarterly earnings, and I thought both earnings were actually pretty good. So I see no issue there. The companies are cheaper now, and I believe they're better than they were a quarter ago. So especially MSCI has been quite overvalued for some time, and I believe that they are now just in their fair value range. But since the company is so high quality, it's quite a rare opportunity to get them at fair value. So I will capitalize on this opportunity. Okay, I believe that's pretty much it for this video. Let me know down in the comments below which companies paid you this month and which companies do you think look attractive going forward. I would very much like to read those comments. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.